Natalie. What I'm here to do right now is to talk to you about my story. But before I start, I need to give the biggest thank you in the whole world to Alicia for saving my life, for inspiring me, for being my angel, for giving me so much information. Everything I share with you today I've learned from her. I feel like she's my mentor, my guide, my friend, and such a beautiful person. Thank you. Me too. Now, the next thing I want to do is tell you what my life was like before my Candida developed. As a child I had asthma, so I took a lot of prednisolone and a lot of steroids. Parents and doctors meaning well, it did the job. My asthma stayed on par. Over the years I kept on and off of oral steroids. Eventually I didn't need them anymore. I thought this was fantastic and I thought it was a whole new start. However, when I was at university, I started to get vaginal infections. I wasn't sexually active at the time, and the doctors and myself and my parents, we couldn't work out why I was continually getting these. Anyway, again, these happened every few months for maybe 2 years. Again, I thought I was being cured with antibiotics. Then again, my life went back on par. I was healthy, active. I've always been fit and incredible. Then I started to work in a more stressful job, and I got caught up, like we all do, with wanting to earn money and the ego and caring about how much money I was saving and the furniture I was having, what my house looked like, and caring about everything, I cared about what people thought of me. Now, on one side I had my stressful job where I was working extremely long hours, I was getting tired, I was getting run down. I wasn't eating properly. I've always been healthy, but I wasn't properly having the time to look after myself. I was taking no time for me. Work, 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 think, stress, stress, stress. This was building up in my tummy. On the other side, I believe that I'm a really beautiful person, and I think I always have been. However, I was a giver. I thought I had to give to everyone, and I cared so much about what they thought of me. And when you give and you give and you give without receiving, you get unbalanced. But again, I didn't realize this at the time. So still these emotions are building up and they're being stored. I didn't want to express them because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Close, smile, move on with my life. So my life's moving in an even path. These clogged up feelings. Do you know, I think a lot of us, especially when we live in big, busy societies, we become really tired and run down, and we don't realise it. It becomes a state of being for us, and we start to see it as normal, so we don't actually recognise it. Now, I started getting sick. How do I describe it? I remember saying to my friend one day, I don't feel like myself anymore. There's something wrong. And we couldn't work out what it was. There was something wrong in my head. I wasn't clear. I started craving sugar like I never have before. I've always loved sugar, don't get me wrong, and enjoyed the treats, but I was craving food in a way that I never have before. I'd always had a very similar figure to what I've got now, but all of a sudden I started putting on all this weight, and I couldn't work out why. In addition to that, I started getting depressed. I started getting very arthritic in my joints. I had no self-esteem all of a sudden. I've gone from this beautiful, vibrant person to someone who was very much into myself, hiding in a shell. I I started feeling sick all the time. I started going to the doctor. Okay, I was diagnosed with thyroid. So they put me on medication for thyroid. Then they took blood samples and they diagnosed me as an autoimmune disease. Now they told me it didn't matter and not to worry about it. So life went on. I fixed myself, I got healthy at the gym, and life went on. Then I started getting sick again, and I couldn't work out why. I was being careful of my foods. I was later diagnosed with Candida. This was the most beautiful gift that I could have ever been given, because it's changed my life.